Om Shanti. A good evening and a very warm welcome to all of you. So before we begin on this topic today, जिनको भी हिंदी में सुनना है आप इंटरप्रिटेशन में हिंदी लैंग्वेज सिलेक्ट कर सकते हैं. So today's topic is quite interesting, and I think most of the people go through this. And I'm not, I'm also part of it. Okay. I'm not excluded. And so the topic is don't give sorrow and don't take sorrow. So don't give sorrow. I think we all, to an extent, we understand, right? That I should not give sorrow to someone. I should not hurt someone, right? Sometimes the intention is that, but we do give sorrow also, right? And the situations or conditions could be that that I am frustrated or my expectations are not met, right? Or someone has done very stupid thing and you say certain things which can actually create sorrow to others, right? And we also feel many times that if I give sorrow to someone, if I have hurt someone, then it is a bad karma and I should not be doing it, right? So yeah, I have to be really aware about, I have to watch my thoughts, I have to watch my words, and I have to watch my behavior. I have to watch my actions, right? That I don't give sorrow to anyone else, right? And it is an constant, continuous process where I check myself, look, like say for example, at the end of the day, I should be doing journaling. I should look at myself at the end of the day, how I did things, whether it was good, bad. When I try to do these kind of practices, now I come to know that which are the situations where I have sometimes knowingly we give sorrow to others and sometimes unknowingly we give sorrow to others, right? Because when we are in the moment, when something has happened, you are impacted, your mental stability is not there, you are challenged by a situation or a person, then it comes out. And in that moment, sometimes we don't know it, right? But if I check later on, maybe at the end of the day, you will realize that, yeah, that maybe I could have behaved in a better way. I could have said in a better way, right? So that I really have uh, to check and make an attempt not to give sorrow to others. Because we know the philosophy of karma, what goes around comes around, right? So with that intention, that understanding, I should be aware and I should not cause sorrow to someone else, right? So it requires a lot of checking, a lot of introspection, right? And when you introspect, then you will find that each and every day, when I move forward, life is teaching me lesson. And when I learn those lessons, then I become better. And so I will not behave in that way. I will not say those kind of words. And that means progress, right? And so when I make this kind of constant effort, then you will feel that whatever aim I have kept, I can be successful in that, isn't it? So one is to not don't give sorrow. But the other interesting part is hmm, don't take sorrow, right? And if I ask you what is more difficult, hmm, what is more easy, I would say giving sorrow is easy or taking sorrow is easy. And when I take sorrow, what happens, right? So many times what we feel is that I am in a I am not in a position to say anything or do anything, and so I have become a victim. And say, for example, someone has taunted me, someone has said bad things about me on my face, someone has said things which has hurt me, right? Someone is trying to put me down, right? Then what do you feel? What do you do? You take sorrow, right? Isn't it? But is there a way? Because many times we hear that, right? That when you are hmm, in sorrow, when you feel hurt, many times you will hear people saying that, "Oh, this one did this to me. This one said this to me. This one behaved like this. Hmm. This one told me this in front of 10 people." Right? So many times you hear this kind of a conversation. And so many times we blame it on others, right? So is it possible not to take sorrow? Think about it. Is it possible not to take sorrow? The answer is yeah, it is possible not to take sorrow. It is like very simple thing. I always give this example because one of our senior spiritual practitioner, Dadi Gulzar, was always sharing this example, and I really the moment I heard this example, it really I understood it, and so I would like to share that example with all of you. That many times someone says, I whatever scenarios I have mentioned, right? And you think, yeah, definitely I will be feel hurt, I will be in sorrow, I will be feeling the pain of it. But she gave a very beautiful example. She said that, say, for example, someone, your near ones or dear ones, give you a bag of garbage, which has a bad odor, right? It is really, really smelling bad, and gives you that bag, which is supposed to be thrown in garbage, but gives you with lot of love and with a smile on the face that, will you please take it? I'm giving you with lot of love. What will you do? What will you do? Will you accept it because it has been given with what lot of love? What will you do? You will say, no, sorry, I don't need it, right? So, what it means is when you don't accept it, then that bag is with whom? With that person who is giving it, right? The same logic you can apply when you are in a situation where someone is trying to give you a sorrow, right? Someone is trying to put you down. Someone is trying to humiliate you, right? And how to do that? The way to do it is that at that time don't buy it, don't accept it, because when most of the time what happens, we always feel that I don't know myself, or there is this wrong understanding in me where I believe that that how people see me, that is what I am. So if people think good about me, then I'm good. If people think bad about me, talk bad about me, then I'm bad, right? How many of you hmm, feel that or believe in that, right? Because we are always extrovert, and so and that is why I think the reason why we we try to get opinion from people, right? When I want to do something, why I ask people, what do you think? Is this good for me? Because I don't rely on my own self. I don't have faith in my own self. And that is why I need to hear from others what they feel about me, and then I make a decision. So there is lot of weightage which I have given to people and not to myself. And if I have that kind of mentality, then I will be very vulnerable, because people may see me in whatever way, and that is what I'm going to take it, right? Then I become a sponge. With whatever water, whatever is given, it is whether it is oil, whether it is ink, whatever it is, I will be absorbing it, right? So I will be really, really vulnerable. And so I will become influenced by how people think about me or how people behave with me. I will be totally subservient to that. So ask a question again to yourself. Would you like to be in that condition? Or you want to be your own master? Right? And so what I need to do is, even though I am put up into that kind of a situation, or people don't value me, what I have to do is think within that there is always a choice, and let me make a right choice, right? So give that breathing time where you make a choice, not out of the atmosphere which I am in or what people believe about me, right? But that choice should come from my own inner self, which is a selfless self, which is unbiased self. From that, if I make a choice, you will find that you will make a right choice. And so you will not take sorrow. Okay? And that conscious decision I have to make, that there is always a choice and I have to make a right choice. Do you all agree? So make a choice. Feel free. Don't feel pressured by people, by how people think, the mentality, the atmosphere for a moment. And that is why uh, you can learn meditation, which is taught by Brahma Kumaris. And the very first step of meditation is disconnecting with the negative forces which is around me, right? And when I am able to disconnect even momentarily, then I will be able to hear my inner voice. And when I hear my inner voice, then I will make a right choice. And when there is right choice, then you will act in a right way. Right? So that is very important if I don't want to take sorrow. And for that I need courage. Right? Many times people will find all different excuses. Oh, because of this has happened. Because this person is abusing me. What can I do? And that is why I am the victim of it. Right? So you will find all this, you will find those are situations. Maybe people are mean, whatever that is. But those are all, I would say, they are excuses. Right? If you want to defend yourself, you can defend yourself. You can protect yourself when people are giving you sorrow. Right? Don't take it. It is my choice. And if I don't take it, it is actually with them. Right? Like, say, for example, someone is really trying to hurt you. What they will do? They will say things which will hurt you, isn't it? So it is very, very subtle when someone is trying to hurt you and you feel offended by it. What happens is the person feels that, oh, whatever my goal was, I am succeeded in my goal. And so that person will do it more next time. Whenever there is an opportunity, that person will try the same thing again with you because it worked first time, right? So if I really want hmm, to give a response, and many times you don't have to react back the way they have reacted to you, you don't have to react back. If you don't get affected by it, you don't get frustrated by it, you don't lose your temper at that time, then that person will feel guilty that I was trying to do something, hurt that person, and that person did not get hurt, right? And that person will feel bad about it then, right? Because you behave very normally, you didn't even take it, right? And that person will be very confused next time. That person will not be able to use the same strategy again because that didn't succeed, right? So there is this subtle psychology behind that. And so at that time, don't give up. And if you don't give up, if you don't take the sorrow, then there is another message which goes on the other end. Right? So that is a very powerful message. Sometimes people think, oh, I have to say it because this person is yelling at me, is giving wrong allegations on me. If you don't say it also, there is a strong message which goes back. Right? So you can use this method also. So don't take sorrow, right? Because if you take sorrow, then what happens? Then you will feel low, you will feel sad, you will feel not worthy about yourself, right? And that will become very, very difficult to move forward in life then. right? And you may also have a question that what if I am holding something, right? A hurt, someone said something to me, or someone taunted me, someone said many bad words to me, and I am a victim of it, and I'm taking that, I'm holding on to it for so long. What needs to be done? And for that, I would suggest is like, so understand, like someone is trying to give you sorrow, but then if you take it very close to your heart, and many times you will feel, you hold those things when it is coming out from a very dear one or whom you had loved so much, that person says something, you are not able to reject it, right? You will take that pain, you will take that even more deeper into your heart, and that causes so much hurt, right? Because you had good feelings for them and that person said something, it means a lot, right? And so if you take that, right, as I told you earlier, what I have to do is either use acceptance or let it go, right? Because what I can do, like if someone has said something 5 years ago, 10 years ago, the more you think about it, right? The more you remember that event again and again, it is going to create more and more sorrow, more and more suffering, right? So ask yourself, why am I doing it? Right? That person said it only once. But if I bring it into my mind again and again and again, say for example 1,000 times, 2,000 times, 10,000 times, what it will create? It will create so much pain, so much sorrow in the soul. Right? So don't punish yourself. Have mercy on yourself. Ask yourself, can I be merciful to myself? Can I forgive myself? Right? So be merciful, be kind to yourself. Don't be so strict. Right? So talk to yourself like that and release that pain, suffering, whatever you are still holding on to. Right? By saying to yourself that it has happened, it's over. And this is another very beautiful philosophy of Brahma Kumaris. Like you watch a movie, right? And when you watch the movie again, it is exactly the same. There is no change, right? So, like that, there are certain things in life which just has happened in my life. I cannot do anything about it. And so, don't punish yourself about it. Don't make yourself responsible for it. It has happened. It's okay. It has happened. And let it go. And release that pain, release that sorrow, and make yourself free from the sorrow. Right? And another thing is accept it, that yeah, it has happened. Say, for example, I made a mistake, someone did something wrong to me. Accept it that this person has done this thing to me, or this thing, because of this, I incurred this much loss. Accept it. Once you accept it, then you will have the power to overcome that. Right? So once you stop it, otherwise what happens? We keep on questioning ourselves again and again. Why it happened? Why it happened only to me? Why this person only did to me? He's very nice with everyone else. But why he did this to me? And there is a greater sorrow when I did everything good for that individual and that person still gave me sorrow, right? And you are not able to forgive yourself, you are not able to forgive that person, right? So release that and don't take it in. If it is in, then heal yourself, talking to yourself. And there is this one another beautiful concept in Brahma Kumaris is it is said that sit on the seat of self-respect, right? And what is self-respect? Is I see myself with dignity, right? I am good and I want to be good. I am worthy. Looking at your specialities and valuing it will allow you to stay in self-respect, right? And many times you will hear people say many things like you would have heard this, like many times people say you are useless, no one likes you, it's all your fault, right? I note down few things. You are replaceable. You are not good enough for me. I don't need you. These are the words which create sorrow, where we take sorrow, right? But pause and think in a different way at that time, right? Like sometimes people say, you are such a disappointment, but maybe you are the one who gives inspiration to others. So don't buy that, right? So when you don't take it, you don't accept these negative things, then you will stay very, very positive, right? You will not become victim of it. So that is where I have to work with myself, and meditation really helps me to build that self-respect because I will know myself better. What is meditation? Meditation is where I reflect with myself. And when I reflect with myself, then I really know myself, how good I am, or what things I really have to work on. And that will give me a better understanding about myself. Then I can position myself better, isn't it? And so it will really help me to how to hmm, not take sorrow and also not give sorrow, right? Because when you take sorrow, then only you give it, right? If you are happy, you will not give sorrow. But when you takes anything negative, right, then it goes in and then it will come out. Negativity will come out. So don't do that, right? Um, so if you have any questions, maybe after the meditation, you can write it in the chat. Okay. If I have not covered anything, there are many things, right? There could be millions or zillions of things where I would have taken sorrow, right? There could be 1,000 things, right? I only address few main ones, but if you have any questions, any clarification you need, then maybe ask after the meditation. Okay, let's go into meditation where I can be in my self respect. I connect with my true self. Okay, so sit comfortably. Make sure your back is straight. Feet is grounded properly. Arms are also are in relaxed position. and see yourself with positivity. I am a hopeful being. In this journey of life, I always maintain zeal and enthusiasm. Zeal and enthusiasm to bring goodness, to do something good for myself, for my family, and for the people around me. With this pure intent, I live a life. My purpose of life is to experience peace and happiness and share that peace and happiness with fellow human beings. I have a very positive perspective towards life. And I now know that whatever I create in my mind, whatever good feelings I have, it can manifest. And so I continue to stay hopeful and do my best. For the well being of the self, I now promise to myself that now onwards I will not give sorrow, and I will not take sorrow. Because the purpose of my life is to be happy and make others happy. And so let me hold this beautiful vision about myself. And when I create such a beautiful vision, I feel very happy internally. I feel easy and relaxed. I make my mind powerful by having a determination of sharing happiness. I am also aware there is a lot of sorrow out in the world. And so, let me be the first one to share happiness. Share happiness with my own self and with others. When I truly have self-respect, I see myself with dignity. When I see goodness within me, some speciality, some quality of my own, try to identify one prominent speciality about yourself, whether it is being kind, whether it is loving, caring, whether it is quality of being accommodative, being flexible, or whether I am more tolerant. Whatever my quality is, see yourself with that quality. And when I see my image with that quality, I see myself with respect and dignity. And let me hold this beautiful vision about myself. When I just be myself, then I can contribute to my family, contribute in this world. The purpose of life is to share my speciality. Visualize a beautiful image of you being an embodiment of that special quality and sharing it in a practical way. Create a shield of positivity through your positive vibrations. These good feelings about the self allows me to create a very positive aura around me so that no negativity can influence me. No sorrow can penetrate this aura of positivity. Om Shanti. Om. Does anyone have any questions? There is one. No? Okay. So the question is that uh, how can one not take sorrow from the passing of someone and learn to let go? Yeah, this is a tough one. Please, can you explain? Thank you. Right. So, yeah, there is definitely feelings connected with someone who has left us, right? But if you look at the reality of life, certain things you have to accept it. Like say, for example, if I would give you the explanation with few examples here. Like say, for example, you have uh, a child who doesn't want to go to school, right? What do you do as a parent? Because you have love for the child, you will not send the child to the school because the child doesn't want to go to. What do? You will explain with lot of love. You will always send them, even though the child is crying and all whatnot, right? Because certain things which you have to accept it, right? Whether over there emotions and feelings doesn't matter, but you will put the child to school, isn't it? Like that, there are certain reality of life. And what is that reality of life? The reality of life is if there is birth, there is death, right? So I had to accept it. And if I don't accept it, then you will see that your life will become more challenge, right? Because the certain things of life I really have to accept it. And yeah, there is no shortcut. Like when many times you will find that someone who's very young in age has left the body, right? And you will find that there is so much sorrow in the family because someone has lost the most dear one and at a very young age, which is again totally not acceptable, right? But these are bitter truths of life where you have to really accept it and move forward, because many times we feel out of attachment, we feel that, oh, my world is over, but world is not over at that time, right? So I really have to manage my emotions at that time. I'm not saying that it is easy, it is very difficult, but I have to work with myself, right? So I have to do it. And the way I see, the way we look at it as death. Two examples I will give here. One is sun. We say sun rises and sun sets, right? At all. In the morning sun rises, in the evening the sun sets. But if I tell you, does really sun sets and sun rises? Is it what the reality of it is? It is very relative, right, when we say that. Why? Because where I live, that's where in the morning the sun rises, and where I live, and when there is an evening, the sun sets. But sun doesn't set. Sun is giving light to some another part of the world, isn't it? So soul is also eternal and imperishable. So it doesn't diminish, right? Maybe in this family, the person has been so much lively and so happy and made everyone happy, and everyone feel loved, right? But when the soul lives, soul takes that characteristic, that charisma, hmm, to the next life. Wherever that soul will sparkle, will spread that speciality, that spread that divinity, right? But many times, because of our own motives, right, our own selfish motives, we think that, oh, they have gone, now what will happen to me, right? But it is a journey, right? It has same thing happens to me too, right? When I leave, someone else will also be doing that, right? But it is a journey which I have to accept it. If I have come in this world, I have to leave one day from this world. So then I have to accept it, right? It is like the same example I can give of a train, right? If say for example you are taking a train journey, and you are waiting on the station to get on the trains, right? And you get on the train, you sit in the compartment, and you saw people walking out from the train. Did you think that, oh, people are walking out, why should I board the train? You are boarding the train because you have some goal, right? You want to reach to some place, and that is why you have boarded the train, right? And say, for example, you are traveling by yourself and you are sitting with someone, right, unknown people, and while having a conversation, you have a very good conversation of that half an hour, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever that time slot is, and you really greatly enjoyed that conversation, right? But when the next, like whenever the stop of that individual who is having a conversation with you says that, oh, I have to live, this is my destination, I have to live, what did you do? Did you told them that, no, don't go, wait here, we'll travel together? You said, okay, fine, go ahead, we can exchange maybe phone numbers, we'll have a conversation again, but you let that person go, right? And at time also, many boarded the train and many left the train, right? Did you cry, right? Where you did you feel happy that, oh, so many people left, now the whole compartment is for me and I can sleep now? No, right? So life is like that. If I understand, if I see life in that way, you have to learn from that. Like, say for example, whoever you think that someone has left in my family, you whatever they have done to you, whatever they have given to you, am I am have I learned from them and continued that legacy in the family? That is a true tribute, right? So you have to see it in a different way. And someone has left, has to leave, right? I cannot do anything in it, right? But bid farewell, you remember them, but remember them because of their positivity, what they have offered to you, how beautiful they have made your life. Think in very positive way, so that whenever you are remembering that individual, it that energy is always there. And so when you remember someone out of love, out of happiness, out of sweet memories, that person at the other end will also feel happy. So if I'm remembering, I have to remember in that way. Not because that, oh, now I'm alone, now who will take care of me, now who will feed me, and all of that, right? They have fed me, it is my duty, I have to feed others, right? So see it from that perspective, then you will not feel sad. Means you have to work with yourself. It's not that easy, right? But that's how life is. Life continues, life never stops. People go, people come, but life continues. And that is the journey of life. And once who knows how to live this journey, then will become successful. right? So the purpose of life is to be happy, to be peaceful, and make others the same. This is the purpose of life. How I do it, what methods I use, which tools I used, it is up to you, right? I hope you got some uh, some idea, right, how to go about it. Om Shanti. Thank you very much for joining this evening, right? And hope to see you again next Tuesday with another topic, with another facilitator. Okay, till then, goodbye.
Hi. And then that. Thank you. Bye. Om Shanti.
Om
Thank
Shanti.
you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.